Morning, peace and blessings. Happy Saturday. I'm the Moon Mama. And today is the day that Saturn governs. So we are in the middle of an eclipse wormhole, which is a period of time that goes on about 2 weeks between one new moon cycle or a full moon cycle or vice versa. And what it is it's an opportunity for us to really clean up and clear out our old ways of being and reboot. And where that happens is usually the area that happens in our life is where we're having the eclipse. So we just had an eclipse in Sagittarius. So that is about our faith, the faculty of faith, right? The ability to hold a vision within your mind and then do the work to materialize it until it becomes real, until it's out of your head and in the material reality. This is the experience of being a human being. That's what we're here to do. We're here to be creators. And we're creating all the time, whether we're doing it consciously or unconscious. It is what is happening always. And so we are having another eclipse in Gemini. We're going to have that eclipse on the 10th of June. So I think that's like Thursday it's coming. And Gemini is the opposite of Sagittarius. We also have the eclipse where we have nodes, the nodes of the moon, right? So it's where we're going, where we're leaving and where we're going. So it's like we're letting go of the way our faith used to work, releasing that, creating a new story, because the new moon is going to be in Gemini, a new story, a new perceived reality. And that will allow us to become new, to become renewed, to be born again, so to say. And this is work that we have to do internally. It's not magic. I mean, it is magic. It really is magic. But it's not magic in that we don't have to take any sort of actions. You know, even magic and miracles require that we do something. But the work is internal. The magic comes from you having a new mindset, from you asking new questions, from you looking at things that you've already seen through a new lens, and then you see it differently. So today is a Saturn day. And Saturn is currently at the 13th degree of Aquarius. It's been there for several, like maybe a couple of weeks now, I feel like, because Saturn is retrograding now. And it'll be retrograde until October 10th. And if you'd like to learn how to use this energy, you can join the Saturn retrograde class. It's a self-taught class where I teach the rituals and then I offer things to help you understand the energy. So Saturn at the 13th degree is about intelligence. And within us all, there is a divine intelligence. And here's how it works. You don't have to plug your heart up. You don't have to think about breathing. You are not making sure that your blood courses through your veins. You're not making sure that, kidneys get the nutrients that the kidneys need. You're not doing any of that. That is the divine intelligence that is functioning within you. If you get pregnant, your body will just automatically move into creating a child if that egg is fertilized by a sperm, right? You don't have to make sure that child grows its hands and arms. You don't have to do that. That is the divine intelligence. Aw, those are my birds. Those are the birds the celebration birds, and a big crow is flying over also. There are these birds that are not native to California, that have come from like a jungle, and they fly over. And when I looked up the meaning of parrots, they're parrots. They're like the little green parrots. And the meaning was celebration. The totem meaning was celebration. So this is good. So you want to understand the divine intelligence that is within you, and begin to tell yourself a new story about who you are and what you are. One of the things that I'm very aware of in this country and at this time on the planet, because it's not that the country is an enemy. It's not that the systems are enemies of us. They're becoming that. But if we can free ourselves and have them work for us in a new way, then we transmute them. And so with Saturn in Aquarius at the 13th degree is this divine intelligence. And it's asking you to like remember yourself because it's in Aquarius. It's asking you to tap into your divine higher self, the mind of God that is within you, and get clear about who you really are. So for me, you know, I have always known myself to be, I've always cared about magic and mystical things and spiritual things. I was that even before my grandmother taught me about Jesus. I always cared about spirituality and people's humanity and all of those sorts of things, right? So I know who I am. So my faith is to focus on who I was before I took on the identity that this country and the systems of this country attempted to label me, right? And what have we been labeled? We've been labeled criminal as Black people. We've been labeled lazy. We've been labeled as, destructive. We've been labeled as lesser than. We've been labeled as inferior. All those labels are blocking what I know as my real truth. So the work during this eclipse season is to remove the blocks to my truth and the belief systems, because they're belief systems. So one of the things that I've been working with, I'll do tarot cards, and I work with herbs and crystals and the moon cycle, and discovered that like I have a fear of defeat, a fear of that the other shoe's gonna drop, that I'm gonna fail, right? And what I know is that that's not mine, because failure is not real, honestly. Defeat is not real. And so that's a chord of frequency that I have picked up from being in this system. The belief that, that something can go wrong, that something is against me, that there's an enemy out there. That is the Western white man's brain that has infiltrated this system with narratives of it's not enough, and we're out to get you, and we are in danger, and that something. Those are the system's narratives. And so I am confronting them within myself and looking at how I buy into them, right? So am I in a story that my child is not safe in the world? Am I in a story that, that there's only a little bit to go around and I won't have enough? Am I in a story that somebody's out to get me? All those things are programs and conditionings and belief systems that were given to us as Black people who came over from the continent of Africa. Those narratives are there to control us, to keep us put, to keep us being afraid, to keep us from not questioning the system, to keep us from continuing to do the same things that we've always done, even though they're harmful. So I am confronting those belief systems because Aquarius says it's time to break away from the conventional ways of being. And we're in a Pluto's return. The United States Pluto is coming to the mark that where it was when the United States was birthed, at the 27th degree of Capricorn. So that means that those old energies are now free. So all the ways that they created this construct in this system are dissolving. So this is why it's important for us to consider what we're participating in. The medical system, the government system, the legal system, all of these systems were born, and now they are being challenged because Pluto, the devil, the underlord, is coming to reconcile those energies. And it's happening to us all in various ways. But what is the way it's working through you? I am looking at it through my experience. The experience of having a grandmother who was the product of rape by a white man raping my great-grandmother in Alabama, like all of these experiences. And this is why it's important to talk to your family and understand, because you have to understand how our subconscious took these energies on so that we can begin to undo them. And this is why I teach the classes, the Mercury retrograde class, so you can look at your story and see. But you have to do the rituals to uncover the story. This is not something that you come through your thinking ego mind. The ego won't reveal it. The ego is going to participate in and is too afraid to buck the system, or is too in opposite to the ego is not trustworthy. That's what I want to say, not in these deeper subconscious things. So you want to look at how this is playing out for you, because Aquarius is saying break away from the way your mother did it. It's not about your mother's personality. It's not about who your mother is. It's the function. So, if you have a mother who is 60 or 50 or, or 70 or 100, she was born into this system and she has acclimated to the system in some way. So you want to break away from those things. The moon is in Aries. So that means that we are in a new cycle. We are in a new cycle of creation. So Aries says that there's a new beginning coming, that there's a new beginning that's here. Actually, it's activated now. And so what are the new things that are showing up in your mind, in your thoughts, in your reality? What are the new things that are being offered that will take you away from the old way of being? That will give you another thing to do that will replace the old way of being. So when I checked, the moon was at the 23rd degree of Aries, and that Aries is beginning its war. So it's literally going to war with your old way. It's confronting the old ways, and Chiron is there. So there's healing here. There is healing of self-betrayal. That's what it is, because Chiron is something that betrayed. So where have you been betraying yourself? And now you can break away from that and move into a new way. And ask, if you are not clear about what it is, sit yourself down in some meditation, book a reading with me, the Mercury retrograde reading, the Saturn retrograde reading, the Pluto retrograde reading, to see how you get to move forward. I know for me, the Saturn retrograde is happening in my 11th house. So I am looking at the ways that I have been relating to friends and community and asking myself, what can I do in a different way? Where is the newness presenting itself? So with that, I am the Moon Mama. I'm so grateful thank you for everyone who gave me donations yesterday. I've really appreciated. Thank you for everyone who shared private messages and how the work is working and the evidence of it in your life. I really appreciate it. And let's just continue to stay the course, because we are living through a rapid time of healing and transformation. According to the astrology, it's getting more cantankerous. It's getting more chaotic. It's getting more energetically unstable. So the stability that you seek is within you, and I am here to support you in any ways that I can. Peace and blessings. I'm the Moon Mama. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.